Hey YouTube, it's Draco Kid here. So I'm going to got to do a pretty decent amount of playtesting with the new stuff. So I'm going to get started with some deck profiles. The first one I'm going to do here is my Zodiac Time Beast build. So the deck's changed quite a bit with this set. And this is my initial build after getting to test out some of the new stuff so far, so here we go. I'm starting Vanguard. I'm running Chronojet because he's just the best starter in this clan. Good effect. Yeah, Zodiac. Alright, for the triggers, I'm doing 4 Heart Thump Worker and 4 Chrono Volley for 8 crits. Crits are crits, they're good. I'm running Heart Thumps because his effect is good. I think his effect is more valid than running another Zodiac. It's almost overkill at that point to have more Zodiacs. 3 Chrono Does for draws. I find them helpful in the deck. Yeah. I don't know if I'll keep it, but I like them so far. Running 1 Erwitar because it's still like a really good card. It's not nearly as broken as it was, but when you stride and your Vanguard is Jet G, you can always just call this, do shit with it. It's still pretty good. 4 Chronotherapy, the hamster, the heal trigger. So that's it for the triggers. For the grade 1 lineup, I got 4 Steam Tamer Arca, our Zodiac Time Beast Perfect Guard, with a really cool effect. You basically get it back for free, as well as set up for Huang Long combos. 4 of Transit Dragon. This card is really cool. I like this card a lot. It's one of the coolest new additions. If you have a grade 4 Greater Chronojet Vanguard, so basically if you're on a stride, after he boosts, move into a stolen draw. He's kind of like Jeffrey from the Gold Paladins, but you can time leap into this guy, which is really cool. And then he clears field board for combo with your Phoenix and stuff later. Very good card. Plus you can make soul. There's a lot of good things to say about that card. Very good. And then next, I'm running 4 Revolver Draco Kid. He's our stride fodder, but for Zodiacs. So he's actually better than Steam Breath. But I'm also running 2 Steam Breath. So given like the options ahead for the grade 1s, wasn't too excited about like any other like choices I had. Like I could play Meshkia or something like that, Meshkia or other choices, but it's really important that you ride Chronojet G, so I just felt safer having like another card that could help me get it, and it's stride fodder, and I'm probably not going to stick like this, I would say. It's unlikely, but this is where I'm at the moment, so for the 2s, 4 Lugal Ure. This card is amazing. It's an 11k beat stick, and if you drive trigger grade 3, it's like you hit a stand trigger. So really good card. Next, a new card that's also really cool, Cruising Dragon. He can be an 11k, and he lets you look at your top 3 and grab a Zodiac. He's really cool. I like this card a lot. And next, play 2 Shift Bullets. Shift Bullet, you tutor him out usually on your first stride from Pegasus, and Shift Bullet pumps each time a Chronojet Vanguard attacks. So on your next stage combo turns, he gets up to, he'll be 9 plus 4, so he'll be a 13 plus other effects on him, like from Jet G, so he can get kind of big. And I tutor him out with my Pegasus on my first stride often, and then use this end phase effect to build up some card advantage and set up some G-card combos. And my last grade 2 spot, right now I'm playing one of this Pulsar Tamer Manish. She's got resist, and when she attacks, she powers up for all of my other Zodiacs, and then she binds herself. Now, she might not seem like particularly good at first, because you're just losing the card when she attacks, and she'll be slightly bigger. But one of the cool things about her involves like your strides and stuff. So basically, she lets you do a strong attack, gets out of the way, and then you refill the board where she used to be. That's why she's helpful, and you can always just tutor into her using like cards like Pegasus and stuff. So. Next, for grade 3s, obviously we got our 4 Chronojet G. This card is amazing. And then I play 1 regular Chronojet. He's mostly there to be a target to grab off Shift Bullet, but riding him is probably your next best option in this deck if you can't ride a Chronojet G. And then I play 1 Chronofang G. Just 1, because just for having like the versatility of if I tag into him with like little array or something and I need to snipe a rear guard, I can tag into him and do it. So just the 1, because other than that he's not that great. And then my last 2 grade 3s, playing 2 of this new snake guy. So he's kind of cool. Basically you're using him for your Lugal array plays. When he comes out of play from the deck, so if you time leap into him with Lugal, he got +3, so he'll be a 14, which means if you give him a 7k boost, he'll be 21. And once you do that, if you don't have any face-up damage, let's say, he'll unflip damage, so he's a pretty cool card. It also would be cool to do plays with, like, we don't have him in this deck, but with, like, History Maker, you could time leap a 2 into him. History Maker had used up your last damage, but then this guy will unflip it. There's also some plays you could do with Huang Long and Delayed Blazer to go into this guy and unflip damage. It's a cool card. So for the G Zone, we're running 1 Pegasus. Pegasus doesn't have to flip a Pegasus. That's one of the good things about it. And it's a good first ride, because it trades a grade 3 for like usually something like a Shift Bullet and a Lugal array or something like that. Cards just to get your engines running, as well as once he goes to the deck, he's face up, he's giving you guys a little bit more power. Plus he puts back a grade 3, which makes your Lugal arrays more likely to go off and gets janky cards out of your hand. So then I'm playing 2 Avenir Phoenix. This card's really cool. It's a Zodiac, and when it attacks, you counterblast, flip, and for every face-up card in the deck, you can look at the top 5, and for each face-up card, you get to call that many Zodiacs. So if you have 1, you can call 2. If you have more than that, you can call. If you have 2, you can call 4. Basically, you look at your top cards and throw down cards. So in regards to some of the cards I mentioned earlier, like Transit Dragon and that Pulsar Tamer who get off the field, you get to use those cards to their best effect, and then you'll use him to refill the board. I'm only playing 2 because I don't actually use him like all the time, so I'm only running the 1 set, because you don't have to have, he doesn't call cards for every copy of him that's face up, it's just for every cards, but he's still got to flip himself. So plus he's got a really cool effect of your rear guards get +2. It's a good card. Then I'm playing 1 Huang Long, followed by 3 Next Stage, and then 4 Gear Groovy. So typically the order of strides in this deck, you usually go like with a Pegasus. With the Pegasus effect, you'll flip your Huang Long. Then second stride, you can go Groovy, use his Soul Blast, flip a Next Stage, copy Huang Long Next Stage. You'll use your one of your plays, something like the Perfect Guard, bind it from the drop zone. Now you have a face-up card to grab with your Huang Long, or you can combo the Huang Long with someone like Manish here, you could attack with her, then attack with Huang Long, then call her back out, swing again. There's some cool plays. And then on your go to your third stride if they're not dead, to your second gear groovy, and do it again. So our very last G-Dent would be Seabreeze. I don't think I need to explain why this is here. It's pretty obvious. And then our G-Guard lineup for our last 4 cards of the deck are pretty standard. 1 Morphana, 1 Uluru, and 2 Head Around, the best G-Guard in the game. So yeah, this deck's pretty fun. It will probably end up getting tweaked more in the coming weeks and stuff as I play around with it more, but it's running really well. It definitely got much better than it was just with like some of the few cards we got out of the set. So thank you for watching.